Introduction to distance time graphs. For the following distance time graphs, describe how the distance changes over time. Describe the pattern that exists as time changes. So if we just look at the first graph, we could see that distance increases as the time increases. What pattern exists here? If I look, if I go 2 seconds to the right, I go up 2 meters. So if my time increases by 2 seconds, my distance increases by 2 meters, or I could even think about that as 1 meter per second. That's a little bit neater for copying after. If I look at the next one, what's happening here? As time increases, my distance, if I look at my graph, my distance stays the same. So as time increases, let's change colors here. If I go along the graph, time increases by 1 there, but I didn't go up or down. I went to the right 1 second, but I did not go up or down. So I increased no meters per second. And finally, the third one. What's happening here? If I describe how distance changes over time, as time increases, my distance decreased. So what pattern can we see here? If I go down 1 unit, that's -1. I go right 1 second. So if I add 1 second, I take off 1 meter, or I lose a meter. And if you look at this picture, I showed it another way as going down 3 meters and over 3 seconds, but it still ends up being, as time increases by 1 second, the distance decreases by 1 meter. What do you think it means if these graphs represent the motion of a person walking? That is, what is the person doing when the graph is a straight line, like it was back here in part B, when the graph rises to the right, like it did here in part A, or when the graph decreases to the right or rises to the left. We're going to see what happens with that tomorrow.